Recording in progress.
Sound like Strong said.
Strong Shad. Little
Strong
brother.
Bad, are we recording? Is this in progress?
I was thinking Homestar Runner. That was the voice I was thinking.
Little brother, you can make it on your own.
Yeah.
You're so strong.
Would you one leg? Don't worry, oh Strong Bad, Homestar. I'm gonna be a quarterback when I grow up.
So there was an email, strong bad email, and that mentioned my hometown where I was living at the time. The email was from a guy in Tallahassee,
Okay.
and he's like Talab, Gainesville, Florida, and like that was my senior year. And like when that played, we played that thing every period for like 3 weeks, and we would be like, "Yeah, Gainesville, Florida." So it was good.
I had a friend named Cody Murphy, and forever I called him Murfreesboro Tekken.
Man, so good.
So
So
fun
good.
fact,
Yes.
um, Five Iron Frenzy and the OC Supertones both covered Strong Bad songs in concert.
Trogdor?
No,
What?
um, Trogdor is on Guitar Hero too.
Nice. Nice.
Um, but no, like Supertones did "The Cheat Is Not Dead." Like it was in the middle of a bridge of a song. They're like, "The cheat is not dead." Um, and I forgot what Five Iron did, but on Five Iron Frenzy's "The End Is Near" album,
Mhm.
uh, Reese is wearing a cheat shirt on the album,
Nice.
in the album notes. But
Nice.
that being said, but also Matt Chapman, who is the voice of 90% of the voice of the cartoons and everything. I met him at Heroes Con, and uh, he was giving away stuff that was had previously sold for $40 on the website for free, just willy nilly.
Hmm.
Like, if you went and got an autograph, he gave you a set of vinyl figures. I have a Batman black and white #1 Matt Chapman illustrated, which he's not the illustrator. He was the voices, not the illustration. He illustrated the cover for my Batman Black and White #1 with Strong Bad as the Joker and Homestar as Batman, and it just says Guff Mouth, and it says a city, and it's one of my treasured possessions.
Better put the word out. Get ready for the nerd out. Better put specs on. Better bring next on. I cut handsome checks for my expansion sets. They call me Obi-Wan. Act like you know me, son.
Greetings, Valuable Pull List listeners and watchers. Glad to have you back for another episode of the Pull List Podcast, part of the LTN Podcast Network. I'm excited to be here talking about comics with my buddy Hector. Hector, what's going on, man?
Gang, gang. I did a, by all accounts, terrible mall Comic Con today.
Oh, yeah? I
Yeah.
saw the picture. It was terrible, though. I mean, you did it for your daughter, right? Didn't you say, like,
I did it for my
was,
daughter. Like she wanted to set up her booth of crafts, and I didn't want to leave her in a mall to be trafficked.
that's
So
so good. That's so
I
good.
set up
Good
half of
dad.
I had set up half of my booth and just doodled Doug today and read and made sure adults weren't creepy. Um,
Nice. Very
but
nice.
it actually turned out better than some shows I've done. So
Okay. Well, there you go.
um,
Listen, any excuse to hang out with your kid, right? And support them. And yeah, I love that,
I'll
man.
take it at this point in time. Yeah, you're
That's so
right.
good. That is so good. Very cool. I mentioned this. If you guys have listened to the audio the last couple of weeks, it was so bad that Radio Matt was like, "Do we need to buy you a new microphone? Like, is that what's happening here?" And I was like, "No, it's my computer's trash." And now that I've got a new computer, I hope it sounds at least 5% better. Just 5%
No,
is all I'm wanting.
excuse me.
I was born with a
I could use a new microphone.
We're going to jump into some news. You've got some news. I've got some things that are not really news, but I'm going to pretend are news because they're on a news website. Why don't you hit us with your first one, and then I'll share something.
There's so many news websites I don't trust. Um, it's like you gotta have a certain level of credibility, or I don't believe you.
Oh yeah,
Um,
yeah.
First off, comic book legend Alex Ross is going to be returning to Marvel with a graphic novel called Marvel Dimensions.
Okay.
That is upcoming.
Any
Superstar.
details on what Marvel Dimensions is?
I did not research that.
That's
I was
okay.
like, that's enough of a headline just to tell y'all.
Listen, we don't know, so put it in the comments. What is it about? Enlighten us. What is it about?
Yes. Uh, Also, another legendary artist for all of the companies, Mr. Adam Hughes, has been announced recently that he is having a battle with cancer.
Hmm.
He is a very famous artist for cover art, especially, but he's another comic book artist who is going through a battle of that nature. Um, in less news of seriousness, the Boys series finale will now air in theaters. That wasn't
Okay.
originally the plan, but now it is. So if you want to watch the gore of the finale, I'm gonna tell you what, this show's rough, bro. Um,
What did I see recently that they're trying to pull Homelander into? It was something I read recently, or I saw recently. It was a comic crossover.
well, he was in the DCKO stuff.
He was in DCKO, but it wasn't it. That wasn't it. I was surprised by it. I was like, oh, okay, that's interesting.
He's been in Mortal Kombat and DCKO.
Hancock. They're doing like a sequel to Hancock, and they want to bring that character into the Hancock universe. Like Will
First of
Smith
all,
Hancock.
Hancock would kill home like Hancock would get killed by Homelander, like
Listen,
hands down.
I don't get it. I don't know why it's a thing, but I saw it and I was like, okay, awesome.
I
I've
think
seen Hancock this many times, and that's a
I
good
saw
cover
it
for me.
once as well, and I'm like, this is just a lame Hawk Girl and Hawkman spinoff, like in their relationship.
But
Um,
Homelander's going to be in it, so who knows? Who, but and not the actor, like the actual character. They're trying to work on a deal. Sony is where they can bring that character into the universe and tie them together. I don't know.
yeah, stop it. Um, Daredevil Born Again season 2, episode 8, the finale for the series is now the MCU because it is MCU proper now, as to where Daredevil previously wasn't. It is now the MCU's highest rated single episode of television.
Nice.
At the time of earlier in the week, it had reached 9.6, which is a smidge above all the rest. And then the last bit of news is for me is that season 3 of my adventures with Superman, the delightful and extremely well done Superman
Yes.
animated series, will be dropping on June 13th. So
So excited. So excited.
it's so
Such a
good,
good
man.
show.
It's so
Such
good.
a good show. I listen, there are so many shows that I'll start watching like with my kids and they'll be like, "Oh, you can finish it." And this one it was like, "Again, more." It was good. It was good. Very nice. Very nice. Well, I've got three, like I said, kind of news things. First, I thought this was interesting. They are changing. So Batman Beyond, Terry McGinnis is getting a new suit, and it's removing all the tech from his suit. So he's in the new Static Shock Beyond Batman Beyond comic, which I've not read, but after reading this, I think I might need to pick it up. But it was neat. The quote was, "He's in a throwback bat suit, no fancy tech. It's just me in here, just one human being trying to stop another from doing something incredibly stupid." And so it was just pointing out how he's not. It's like the idea with Spider-Man and the Iron Man suit, right? Like he is somebody else inside of it. He is actually a hero. He is actually studied with Bruce Wayne, knows what he's doing. It's just down to him and his guts and his skills and his fists. So excited about that. So yeah, Batman
Okay.
Beyond. The other, and I'm gonna do a quick top 10 in just a second, but the other one is that they are having a fan contest for a new
Listen, man,
Batman villain.
your inclusions are like the pastor that says I'm about to close. We just got 10 more we just got 10 more points and then I'm
Listen,
closing, I promise.
you, guilty. But a new Batman villain designed by fans. The only bummer is it's being drawn at random, not by merit. But whoever is drawn gets a $10,000 prize, and that character is going in the new Lego Batman video game as a playable character. So my question, Hector, if you were creating a Batman villain, like what's it gonna look like? What's the thing? What's the hook? The gimmick? Let's start male female. Let's start male female. Let's do this together. Male female.
Male.
Male. All right. Are we going to say that they look squeaky clean on the outside, or are they kind of like a really weird freakazoid?
Squeaky.
Okay, all right, I like this. So squeaky, we've already done the lawyer turned Two-Face, things like that. So let's see, what can this squeaky person be? What high governmental position do we want to give them? I don't know why Fire Chief came to mind. Is there a Fire Chief villain?
There was something in a Nightwing run. For me
Gotcha.
personally, if I'm making a Batman villain, I've got to have a honest reason of why they would be a Batman villain. They're not just a rogue, but like an actual what's their beef with Batman. And I feel like Hush was the best like reason to have a beef of a childhood thing, but because otherwise it's just petty vengeance. So it's like the question is why would they be the villain? I think that is the question that would merit even having the conversation is like why are they against Batman? Like and from that point would negate it. But like I don't know. That's I can't frivolously do that. Like I need a solid motivation.
Solid motivation. Okay. Let's see. Some random animal attached to it. He's a shrimp man. He's a shrimp villain. Shrimp.
There we go.
bait-
Shrimp.
Crustaceous. Yeah, I don't know. All right, so
Optimus Prawn. There we go.
boom. That's it. A mech shrimp suit. That'd be That's it. That's it. And it's gonna be red and gold. It's gonna look like Iron Man, but it's got a shrimp face. That's the deal.
No, it's pink and translucent and has one black line down its back.
And that's his secret weapon.
Yeah.
He just oops on him. All right, so listeners, watchers, go ahead and share with us what you think your villain would look like. The contest starts, I think, in August. So get your entries in, because if one of our listeners had it, that's going to be so stinking awesome. It'd be even better if I had it, because I would love $10,000 extra dollars. But whatever, however it be. Last thing, I just want to see if you can guess any of the 10, according to this author's 10 DC characters that had wasted potential, like just wasted potential. Let's see if you get any of them. These are major ones. Punchline, no, like major characters.
Punchline is a major character.
Oh, well, I don't even know who Punchline is. Tell me who Punchline is.
She was purple and she wore a purple outfit. She was a Joker sidekick. And she replaced Harley. They did a whole thing with her. She's a pretty major character. But again, wasted.
So I'll give you number 10. Number 10 is Jaime Reyes, Blue Beetle, wasted potential.
Not a Batman character.
Not Batman, I said DC. DC characters.
Sorry.
That's okay.
I thought you said Batman.
I may have. I meant to say DC character. So that's what we're talking about, like that level of wasted potential.
No, I wouldn't say that at all. One, has his own DC movie. Two, is the main character on Young Justice. He's had his own line of comics. I wouldn't say that's wasted.
So their reasoning is that he feels more like a supporting cast member in most of the stuff he's in. He was supposed to be, the millennial Spider-Man. Like that's what he was supposed to be, and he's not at that level. All right,
yeah,
so I told you
there's millennial Spider-Man.
He's the millennial version of Spider-Man.
Yeah, that's exactly right. And Millennial Spider-Man's also a failure. Get that out of here.
There you go. All right, so give me see if you can guess one more. I'll give you two more guesses. You got the top 9 now.
DC characters with wasted potential.
Yes. Or that this author thinks have wasted potential. You're going to go ahead and pick it apart. So
I'm going to pick it all apart, and I'm going to argue with every bit of it.
And this was released this week, so it's not.
And I would still stand by the fact that Punchline is a big wasted DC character because they put a lot of hype on her and then didn't do diddly squat with her. I would also say Clown Killer, who's in that same bubble. Clown Killer is lesser though. That's not a guess. I know that.
That's not a guess. I didn't give it to. I know. I'm with you.
Let me look at my DC shelf. Personally, I feel like Deadman or Etrigan could be used better.
Agreed. Not on this list, but agreed. There's a blacklight version of an Etrigan Funko Pop that I want to get and put up there. Like it needs to be there. It's been on my Christmas list for like 3 years. I need it. And I want it. All right. Nope, he's not on there. So I'm gonna go through the other 9 unless you really want to fight for it. So number 9 it says Power Girl should be the face of the Justice Society. So Power Girl.
I strongly disagree that she's wasted. She's literally the main character of Justice League Red right now. She's got her own books. Like I just don't think this author knows what they're talking about. Go
So
on.
over two. Miss Martian. Miss Martian, it says
It's
should
not
still
an actual character right now.
it says should still be the heart of the Teen Titans.
I've only seen her in Young Justice. I've not seen her actually in functional books.
No. I didn't know. I watched a little bit of Young Justice. I haven't watched a lot of it. I didn't know that she was a white Martian. I didn't know that. So I was like, oh, that's interesting.
I don't think she exists, so I don't know that she in our current timeline. So of course she's wasted. She's not there.
She's not there. Jackson Hyde never reached the potential of his Young Justice counterpart.
Who is that?
It looks like Aqualad.
Get out of here. No, nobody that starts with Aqua and doesn't end with man counts. Go on.
Cassandra Sandsmark has already been replaced as Wonder Girl.
Who?
Again, I don't know. Listen.
This author is hot dog water, sir.
Adam was meant to become the new super scientist of the JLA. It's Ryan Choi. Ant-Man. Or Adam.
Yeah, that's a whole... that's like 5 DC versions ago. He's not even in this.
Black Lightning has limitless potential as a character. Has his own TV show. I don't get it. Yeah.
No, get out of here.
Huntress was meant to be a key member of the Bat family.
She still hasn't... She just had a whole book get canceled. She had her own book.
Listen, if you haven't gotten... I mean, you've gotten loud, but how about this one? Superboy should have become Superman's successor.
Superboy is literally... Superman Prime is literally Superman right now. What are you reading? This is garbage, sir. Garbage.
And here's the last one. Captain Marvel and the Marvel family should be one of DC's biggest franchises. Yep, that's what it says.
It had 2 movies. It's got its own lot. Stop reading whatever you're reading, bro. That is terrible clickbait.
CBR.com.
Exactly. Stop it. That's one notch above bleeding cool, and it is bleeding uncool that this is what we're doing with our podcast time. Come on.
Okay. All right. So we want to see Etrigan in more things, and Etrigan fighting Punchline and Clown Killer. That's the book. All right. Let's move on.
Buy that.
Let's move on.
Clown Killer and Punchline, and it would just be Clown Killer killing Punchline, and then Clown Killer and Etrigan doing a buddy comedy.
So I would love to see Etrigan with his rhymingness going up against Riddler in a riddle competition. Like, I think that would be fun to watch the two of them go in circles.
I don't know if you are about the comics life at this point in time, but there was when the Batman book, forgive the reference, but the one where Bruce Wayne like showed his manhood and it became a whole thing. It was the Black Label book. I forgot
Not my
what it was
collection.
called.
Continue.
Okay. The issue 1
is it right there? I see it on the shelf. Is that on the shelf back there? I'm kidding.
Yeah.
I'm kidding.
Issue 1 of it went viral because you could literally see the outline of Batman's stuff, and they had to black it out later. But
Okay.
one of the issues down that line featured Batman talking to Etrigan, but Etrigan looked like he was in Chumbawamba.
Okay.
And he battle rapped. So there was the battle rapping Etrigan. And I want to say Brian Azzarello wrote this. And I tweeted this out. Can we please get an audio recording of Etrigan's battle raps? And he says, I'm working on it. And he responded back to me. So, yes,
Nice.
Etrigan.
Nice. Well, that's all the really hard-hitting comic news that we have for you today. If you have something else, a better place for me to find comic resources, please put it in the comments, and I will go ahead and start looking there, because I don't know. I have 3 children, currently 1 job, maybe more than 1 job soon. Who knows? So if you could help me research, that'd be great. That'd be helpful to me. And then you can look smarter than me. So that's fun. Hector, did you read any comics in the last couple of weeks?
I did read some comics in the last couple of weeks.
Let's talk about it. We've got 4 each and a spiritual content. Some of mine I'm not going to spend a lot of time on. I enjoyed them, but I cannot explain why I enjoyed them. And I'm just waiting for Hector to roll his eyes at some of my picks and go, I don't understand who you are and why you do the things you do. So Hector, why don't you start? Show me how it's done.
So I don't know. I'm going to do that. Poll listeners, you can now place your bets before we get to this next segment. I am willing to wager $25 human money to CJ that the first book in my picks is not in his picks.
Ooh, $25.
25 human dollars.
25 human doll hairs. I like it. All right, let's
So place your
see.
bets. Do you think that CJ is going to have this book?
It's got to be a scary one. If it's a scary one, I
It's
definitely
not a
don't
scary
have it.
one, and I'll give you
Oh,
that. It is not scary.
that would have been an easy bet. That would have been it. All right.
Yeah.
I'm excited. I'm intrigued. I want to know.
Okay. First pull for the day is Felicia Day, the Lost Daughter of Sparta. This is Felicia Day from the
Yes, yeah.
Guild and all the
Love Felicia
things,
Day.
Doctor Horrible, all the
That doesn't
things.
look like a comic though. That looks like a novel.
It looks like it, but it's not. It's an
What?
actual. It's a full graphic novel.
Okay.
Felicia Day wrote a full graphic novel about a lost daughter of Sparta. Original story. Um, it's gorgeous. Now, take a peek. The entire book is done in red, black, and white.
Okay.
And it's about a girl with not an infirmity, but she's got a impurity on her face, which makes her harder to love, and she has to go on a quest to try and get this curse lifted from her so that she can be loved. Um, it is an epic, like, Greek gods-esque story. Deals with Artemis and all these things, but look at Felicia Day autograph.
Nice.
Because I pre-ordered this when they announced it, and so I could get a thing. But this is really well written. There are, like, me, like when I see good writing in comics, I'll often take pictures of it and post it later. I've got 20. I've got 20 pictures from this.
It's on my list now. It's on my list now. Yeah, I've enjoyed not just. I mean, I've enjoyed. She wrote "Embrace Your Weird." What was the other one she wrote? I listened to one of them. I enjoyed her writing just normal stuff, not even comics. So I'm excited.
I met her at a con, and I met her at Dragon Con years back, and she was just a delightful human.
That's wonderful.
And so
I believe it.
when she announced she was doing a graphic novel, I didn't genuinely care what it was. I was like, yes,
Done.
let's
Nice.
go. So
Nice.
if you enjoy Greek mythology, if you enjoy red, black, and white art,
What's red, white, and black all over that book? Continue.
Yep. if you enjoy stories of identity and seeking love and things like that and overcoming like objectification and stuff like that, it's a really solid entry. But like the main character is Helen of Troy's little sister.
Okay.
So
nice.
there you go. That's book one.
Very cool. This is not my book one. This was not an enjoyable read. It's one of the free comic book day comics. Not enjoyable read. Terrible writing, whatever else. But what I thought was really neat is the last 3 pages. This is put out by, I guess, some hacker organization. And they have a plan on how to become a legitimate hacker. And they've got your steps, and they've got your resources, and they've got all kinds of things in here on how to build a skill set. And I was like, oh, that's interesting. So I'm going to keep it just for that, just to look at those things. The company that put this out also does tech classes that you can pay for. I do that. But here is my first pull. Another free comic book day comic, Ultimate Oz Universe Volume 2. All right, so I didn't read Volume 1. It's just free, and I was like, this is interesting. And so I enjoy several things that are Wizard of Oz universe, right? So and yeah, seeing it as play. I've got a buddy on this podcast who is the Cowardly Lion. I watched Dorothy Returns to Oz, the nightmare fuel of the 80s.
Return to Oz with Fairuza Balk. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. Oh, so I mean, it's so creepy and so good all at the same time. Read the book, all those things, and so this is in that same universe. It's not the same story. There's several of the same characters from Return to Oz. Several of the same characters there, several characters from the books, those kind of things. But it was fun. I read it. I'm like, this is fun. One of the things I thought was funny, the lion and tiger are constantly having this like strength competition to see who can be the strongest. They keep breaking stuff. And so they go to Saddle Horse and they ask him to like be the table for their arm wrestling because they keep breaking tables and he doesn't want to do it. And then Glenna says, we need somebody to pull, we need Sawhorse because he's really strong to pull her chariots. And they're like, a test of strength, you say. And so they're like pulling her around on her chariot. So Tiger on one, Lion on the other. Yeah, all the characters are in it. Yeah, I'm like, hey, this is fun. I wouldn't mind picking up the volume and reading it. There's some interesting stuff in here too. They talk about how all the warriors, all the army in Oz were all generals, and they couldn't do anything until they all agreed on something. That's how the wizard set it up, and so they never do anything. They never agree to do anything, and so
Smart.
yes. So the main character, Princess, whatever her name was, Ozma. I think it's Princess Ozma. Anyways, she's like, there's a lot of things I need to fix when I get back. Like number one, we don't need to have all generals. We need to have actual warriors. So yeah, that's pull number one for me. The Ultimate Oz Universe, starting book 2. I took a look. Book 1's like $15 on Amazon. It's like, I might pick it up to read it. Got a nice little steampunk Iron Man there. Got TikTok down here. Yeah,
I like it.
Yep. So that's number one for me. Free comic book day. Free book.
Let's go with She Spawn number 1.
She Spawn. Okay.
Only one reason I'm reading this.
You like Spawn?
If you look real close, will it zoom in that far? It might.
Yes, Gail Simone. That makes
Gail
sense.
Simone. Gail Simone wrote it, and I was like, you know what? Gail Simone is writing a Spawn book. Let's give it a shot. It's not bad.
Is your theme ladies that I admire? I bought all their books. Is that what it is?
Stop uncovering my psyche.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
That's why maybe that's why I've gotten so much into free rent in the last year. Who knows? Let's stop going down that hole.
Sorry, way off base. Didn't realize how off base I was on that one.
It's good. It's a good Spawn book, and the fact that it's different characters than normal. It revolves around She Spawn, and I love that this is how she addresses it. And she says, "And me, I'm Jessica Priest, awkwardly codenamed She Spawn." Like she addresses that her name is terrible. But it's focusing on Redeemer, Medieval Spawn, Haunt, and She Spawn. And like the beginning of it's a big demonic battle, evil battle situation. And then the end of it is just literally like She Spawn going to rescue a kid from being tortured and conditioned and reprogrammed by some culty folks.
Okay.
And it turns out that the little kid that she rescues is Al Simmons, who is Spawn.
Yep.
So somehow, and this is after, Spawn exists in this world. This isn't the past per se, but
it's a weird paradox loop.
I don't know, man. And that's where they leave it. She asks the kids what his name is, and he says Al Simmons. And it's just like,
Junior. Al Simmons Jr.? I don't know.
Not even a junior. So I don't know, but it was good, and it had a sketch cover, so I'll ruin it with my artwork. But
very nice.
It was a Gail Simone book. I thought it was worth a shot. Depending on, I'll find out how long she's writing. If it's 6 issues, I'll probably finish it out. If it's 12, I'll appreciate this issue and move on with my life.
I gotcha.
Yeah.
We'll give her a call, see what's going on, and let us know.
Hit her on the socials. Yeah.
All right. So this is number 2 for me. Justice League Unlimited.
I read that one. It didn't make my polls, but it's not
make
bad.
your polls. So a couple things in here that not a lot happened. Not a lot happened in here. The reason why it made my polls, number one, I just love that they're putting like 1,000 characters in here. And so I can just go like, oh, there they are. Oh, there they are. Oh, there they are. What I liked about it was that the Justice Gang was getting together for a mission. So I'm looking forward to seeing the Justice Gang go and do something. So Justice Gang from Superman, Hawkgirl, Guy Gardner, Mr. Terrific, and Metamorpho are all going on a mission to hide some big nasty weapons. So that was neat.
I feel like an idiot because I didn't pick up on that.
No. Yes.
Good job. I read that issue and I was like, man, whatever. It didn't even track that it was the Justice Gang.
technically I heard somewhere else that the Justice Gang was in this comic, and I was like, perfect. I will. But yeah. I was like, that's what's going on. So, but I had forgotten about it when somebody had told me, and then I read it. I was like, oh, Justice Gang. So yeah. And of course, they're like highlighting all the summer stuff in every comic. I'm like, not doing that. Don't care. So yeah, so that's that. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed that aspect to see where that's going to go. It had my boy Booster Gold was in there, and a little side story there. I love some Booster Gold. So yeah, so that was number 2 for me. Number 2,
which is still, if you love Booster, you do really need to read 52 because it's the best Booster story.
Dude, I've read almost all of it. I got like one more book. It is some good stuff. Yeah. Do you know when Booster Gold's birthday is?
No.
It's December 29th. You know why that's important to me?
What?
It's my
It's your birthday.
Yes.
That's awesome. So if The Lost Daughter of Sparta is the best.
You can't have it as your pull a second time. You can't have it for doing.
I'm not. If The Lost Daughter of Sparta is the best pull, it's only by girth.
Okay.
Per capita of your standard 28 to 32 pages. If destruction be our lot.
Okay.
Hands down the best straight up, and it is actually a little bit thicker than your average comic. It's not crazy thick, but it's thick. If Destruction Be Our Lot is the best original #1 I've read in a hot minute. Are you aware of this book?
No.
Okie dokie. I wasn't either, and it just I liked the title, so it was #1. All of the covers except this one have Abraham Lincoln on it.
Okay.
And if you're not aware, If Destruction Be Our Lot is part of an Abraham Lincoln quote and speech. You ready for the wild ride of this book?
Yes, lay it on me.
If Destruction Be Our Lot is the story of an Abraham Lincoln museum robot who lives in a world where all humans are gone and the only thing left are the robots we've built that are running around still trying to accomplish their missions, but can't because there are no people left. So every day, this Abraham Lincoln robot is trying to deliver Abraham Lincoln speeches to the other robots who are there trying to serve breakfast to humans that are dead. And he's trying to make friends and be worthwhile, and it's a story of purpose because all of these robots, and they're forming factions and they're starting gangs and all of these things because they are miserable because they have no purpose left because they were built for people and all the people are gone and we don't know why. And so it's a very sad story for 90% of the book. Because it's this bleak future of this, and they call him false face and human or fake human and all these things. So he gets the poop end of the robot stick because he looks like a person, which just cheeses everybody off. And towards the end of the book, he's about to get melted down or whatever, and comes across the fact he sees a little kid human disguised as a robot and tells everybody he saw a human, and everything goes nuts. This was delightful.
Okay.
This was well written. This looks good. I don't know where it's all going, but I can say this was one of these things, I picked this up. I texted Chris as soon as I read it. I was like, this is such a you book. You need to pick this. He's like, it's already on my list. And I'm like, I figured. But If Destruction Be Our Lot, story of a sad Abraham Lincoln. I also think Todd would get a huge kick out of this. But this is good enough that I will tell my comic shop to put it on my list.
Nice.
So this isn't just a she spawn situation. This is no, whatever you're doing, I'm gonna do it with you. You go right ahead.
Very nice. Very nice. To add that one too. All right, number 3 for me, Inglourious X-Force, number 4. And so this story is this Marvel is assassinated sometime in the future. Cable knows that it is one of 4 possible people, and he gathers them together as a team. So you got Helverine, you got Boom Boom, you've got Archangel, and I think he was the 4th
They
one.
sound like bad wing sauce names.
Yes, it does. It does. Listen,
Can I get
I
a
am
dry
not.
rub of the Hell's Angel?
Listen, I'm not getting Helverine sauce on. That does not sound like it's going to go through my body well. Not going to go through well. So, anyways, so Cable's like checking off like who is not it, and in this one, he says he really thinks that it's Archangel, and so
It's always
Archangel,
Archangel.
it's always Archangel.
He's an agent of Apocalypse. Why is this a mystery? Go on.
Agreed. And so there are several times where he has developed new powers in this series because of his feelings for I can't remember if it was Boom Boom or if it was. Anyways, him and Helverine are like a little triangle with Boom Boom. And so Cable doesn't trust him. They come into contact with, I forgot the group name. I remember them from they're like the Nasty Boys. Does that sound familiar?
From Janet Jackson's songs.
No, it was. I
Or
remember them
Paula
from.
Abdul.
I remember from the X-Men cartoon. Like one of the dudes was like a purple Rastafarian looking dude, and he had like sludge as his. Anyways,
Nah, man. I'm
yeah.
not saying you're wrong. I just don't. That did not make my memory bank.
I'm trying to remember now. I'm skimming through trying to see if I can find it.
I had to save him for the Captain Planet theme song. Sorry.
Yeah, the Nasty Boys. Yeah, it's the Nasty Boys. And let's see. Here's a picture of them. There, up here. These guys. So, anyways, but they're all supposed to be dead, and so they're like, "What are we supposed to do? They're all supposed to be dead." And then something starts happening to Archangel, and he can control himself and all those other things. And then Mr. Sinister comes out and is now controlling Archangel and wants to use them all as his plaything. So yeah. So I was like, let's see. So it's not going to be a long run comic, so I'm definitely keeping up and moving forward with it. But yeah, he's got this weird zombie look now in the next issue. So yeah, it's been fun. Okay. Domino got shot out of a window, and she was explaining her improbability of superpower and all how it works. So it was neat. But yeah, that was number 3 for me.
Okay.
Inglourious X-Force.
I'm gonna go with Batman number 9.
Nice.
Good issue. It's really a cops and robbers heist type book. We get the Signal in play, and we haven't had the Signal like active in a book in a hot minute. You get Stephanie Brown, spoiler, in action. We haven't had Stephanie Brown in a minute either, especially not in a mainline Batman book. I'm going to tell you this. Hush 2 was such hot dog water, and I'm so sad that it's coming back because I have to finish it now. But it was so sad. But like, this was good. And Stephanie doing her thing. We get Damien and Bruce repairing their relationship. It's just a lot of cops and robbers stuff, but the big thing that you'll see, because the previous 4 are in every other DC book for the rest of the shindig, is that near the end of the book, Barbara Gordon gets arrested. Vandal Savage sends his folks, and Barbara goes in, and she's officially a convict from this point on, which is going to bring about the DC book that I don't know who this book is for. I don't know what it's for me.
But it ain't you?
I don't know that it's not me. But there will be a new next level line called Barbara Gordon Breakout. And where Barbara Gordon is going to get out of jail.
Does she have tattoos all over her body that help her with her plan to get out? No.
Not yet, but we'll see. We'll see. So this was just a good Batman. And honorable mention for the last. Oh well, hold on. Let me see what your last pull is. Go ahead.
It's probably not it. Redcoat. Redcoat 17. Last couple issues. Listen, last couple issues, Redcoat has made a little family for himself. So he's got a wife, he's got a kid, and he's constantly warring with the idea that he's going to live forever, and they aren't. and what's going to happen when they start to get older and he doesn't get older. And wouldn't you know it, Benedict Arnold comes and says, "Hey, I can help your family become immortal so they can live forever as well. So you don't have to fear not losing them." Which I remember the context of this, but I remember having a conversation where I was talking to someone about family and time and feeling this fear like that time is slipping away. And as dads watching our kids grow and like I won't have them in this phase forever. And so wanting to hold on to those moments of time. So it resonated with me, the idea of not wanting to be separated from his family and not wanting to do those things and wanting to provide that. And yeah, it's got a little history that's wrapped in here. Of course, it's not like all real history because there's, as far as I know, not immortal fathers of our nation wandering around, but there are little bits and pieces. That's right.
They'll be in the next round of UFO things that get.
Yeah, this is just making sure that we're okay with this, and then once we're okay with it, then it's gonna come out. So yeah, so I appreciate that storyline. Simon Pierce wandering around with a young Albert Einstein, and he keeps telling him like, "Why are you falling for this guy's tricks? Like you realize he's bad news." He's like, "Yeah, I do, but it's too sweet to possibly pass up the idea that his whole family could live forever with him." And I get that. So so that was number 4 for me. Not on your list, I'm sure, but that's okay.
I'm just too far behind at this point, and it's like,
yeah. It's again, not a lot happened this issue. There was just a lot of talk about that and what that looks like and what it could be.
It's like kombucha. I'm too far gone at this point to try and act like I know why we're supposed to drink it, but
I don't know.
Some people do.
Talk about nasty hot dog water. Like that's some nasty hot dog water right there. Yeah. Yeah.
You can go ahead and place your bets now if we have the same spiritual content.
I don't think so. I don't think so. I will fall out of this chair if we have the same spiritual content. Does your spiritual content have a lot of bad language?
No.
What about alcohol abuse?
No.
That we do not have the same spiritual content. Because I was surprised. I'm like, I don't know if I'm able to make it through this book, but I'm glad I did. What's yours?
Okay, mine's kind of a gimme, but I picked up the 37-year-old delayed Swamp Thing storyline. Are you familiar with this?
No, but
for real?
I've seen that painting though. I have seen that painting.
Okay, so for you listeners, viewers, and CJ,
yes,
back in 1989, there was a 4-issue Swamp Thing storyline that was written, illustrated, done, and ready to go to print that was all about Jesus. Like from beginning to end, a 4-issue storyline about Jesus Christ, and not in a blasphemous way. Like literally Marvel exploring the story of the gospel and redemption. And it got canceled because, ready, and this is just to show us why it got canceled. They even put the original back on the issue from 1989. And you want to know why it got canceled? They were worried that if DC published a straight up Jesus comic book before Batman came out, it could cause controversy and make people not watch the 1989 Batman movie.
Okay.
So they fully shelved this completely done.
Why did they just change? Never mind. Okay.
Swamp Thing story. And it has sat in the cutting room floor done for the last 37 years. And they decided, hey, let's drop it now.
There you go.
So, if you are interested in picking up this Jesus Swamp Thing storyline, it's 4 issues beginning with Swamp Thing 88. But if you just tell your comic book retailer that
I want the one with the Jesus sauce.
Well, you want the Swamp Thing 89 is what I told them. But it even says June of 2026 on it. But this was, and it's considered Black Label because it's Jesus.
It's not canon. Yeah, I got you.
And that's why. But literally, something happened in one of the Infinite Crises, and Swamp Thing, rather than being erased, was sent into the cosmos, into the molecular level, where he had to witness um global miraculous events over the course of history, and he's floating through existence witnessing the different cosmic events to the point where it's got him at the Lord's Supper just watching. Then you get a story where a demon was actually there to try and take Jesus out before he could get to the cross.
And Swamp
And
Thing saves him.
yeah,
Nice.
but so don't freak out. There's some 1989 nudity in this, okay? So, but this is not scandalous, but it's some 1989 nudity. So don't be scared. Um, but it is such 1989 art, you know. But it's Mary Magdalene in bed with Marcus Aurelius,
Okay.
like one of the people that the guard that says surely this is the Son of God, that guy. Oh, no, he's one of these dudes is also no, he's the guy who Peter cuts his ear off. And so it's got Mary Magdalene in bed with this dude. This demon is having them do this work. This demon possesses the dude that Peter cuts the ear off of. And so you see Swamp Thing just watching their story play out. The from the Mount of Olives, Swamp Thing legit is chilling as an olive on a tree, watching Jesus minister to his disciples.
Mm.
Straight up just watching Jesus minister. And this is literally just a Bible comic book. Listen, let me comment on what he says about prayer. Um so Swamp Thing's watching him. The doctrines of great religions credit him with redeeming the souls of all who live. But as one who has walked through teeming afterlife, I must question if any single being can work such a supreme act of magic. He's more aware than other humans. He knows I am here, yet does not react with the usual fear and misunderstanding. As he closes his eyes and begins to meditate, it's almost as if that all is in perfect order.
Mm.
Bro, this is gold.
Mm.
You catch Mary Magdalene and some other stuff happens, but the guard that is possessed by a demon now is like doing his things to the point where Swamp Thing becomes a vine and latches on to the cup of Christ as he's drinking. Like it's that kind of situation. Um Down to the point that when Jesus is praying in the garden and the disciples are asleep, Swamp Thing is just literally there watching to see how things play out.
Mm.
This was such a deliberate, like full blown. But then when Swamp Thing sees that the guard is possessed by a demon, he like full gets like, all right, let's get this, and like decides to go save Jesus so he can do his thing. Now the cool thing is, and I love the way they tied this in. This was actually smart storytelling. The Peter Peter and cuts the ear off of the demon possessed guard. When Jesus heals Homeboy's ear, he also casts out the demon.
Mm.
And so they worked it in well.
Yeah.
And guess who the demon they put in him was?
Etrigan.
It was Etrigan.
It was Etrigan.
It was Etrigan. But listen, bro, listen. They show the scourging. They show the crucifixion. They show Father, forgive them for they know not what they do. It's got Swamp Thing just commentating.
So is it all 4 issues then sandwiched into one?
No,
Or
no,
is
no,
there
no.
3 more issues coming?
There's more issues coming.
Okay.
But it ends with him on the cross. And we actually get to see the crucifixion. Listen, forgiveness will not begin until we see the end from Caesar. My life from this moment is inscribed in that gold. Truly, Magdalene, this man was the Son of God. I mean, like full blown into the end of the last page of it. Okay. You've got this picture of Swamp Thing floating through the cosmos again, and you see Jesus literally at the center of the cosmos.
Mm.
Listen to what it says. It ends at the incorporeal state just as it began. Only this time it was not the mysterious bit of amber that sent me here. It was him. When he drank my offering, he became part of the wine that was used in the Lord's Supper.
Mm.
When he drank my offering, he consumed me, and I became part of his magnificent design. It is a cosmic spell cast in the sublime spirit of love and sealed in the blood of the most perfect sacrifice of all. Son, game,
Nice.
set, match, baby. Top
Listen,
that.
I can't. I can't because mine is so not there. Mine is so not there. Mine was like, oh, that's interesting. And yours is like
Literally the gospel.
chapter and verse, man.
But this is 4 issues. I would highly recommend picking this up. It's going to be
Nice.
something that people are talking about, and it's just super dope.
Nice. I did read Judas. I got that on Kindle and read it and really enjoyed it. Really enjoyed it. I tried to explain it to my wife and she's like, I think that's blasphemous. I go, it probably is, but I enjoyed it. So
Same.
all right, so this is not one that I recommend for you to pick up for your children. Let me just start there. This one was just at the counter when I was getting ready to leave. Oddball's Odyssey. And when I started reading it, I was like, there is so much language in this thing. I don't know that I'm gonna be able to continue. There was not only language, but he was he was just getting drunk. There was this weird Ganesha like panel, and I'm like, what is happening here? Anyways, but at some point he realizes that alcohol is destroying him. Alcohol is destroying him, and this page right here is the one that I was like, I love this real quick. So it says, my nerves racked with sobriety. I shivered like a love-smitten fawn for 10 awful days. I thought that teetotalism would be like holding my breath forever, screaming for the bottle. On the contrary, it was like pulling my head out of a pool of mud. I could see. Yeah, I could see. I don't know why I said da. I could see. This idea that so scary to turn your back on things that have control over you. So scared to see what would happen. And he's like, I thought it was going to be awful. I thought it was going to be terrible, but I could actually see. I was pulling my head out of mud and it was actually there. And so it goes on. It follows also kind of Greek mythology-esque, like your first book, where he falls in love with a beautiful swan with long dark hair. And what was her name? Oh, I recognize it, but I didn't. Oh, Lucia Serena Del Mar. But at the very end of the story, it's a very, full page panels, like the whole thing. Well done. But at the very end, he's trying to profess his love to this swan. She wants nothing to do with him. And then his friend, who's a skunk, is being made fun of, and he is very selfless, whatever else. And she appreciated that. So, but the page looking at what it looks like and I was picturing not just that, but sin in general, right? That when we look at facing sin, pushing back on sin, and it's how are we ever going to do this? How are we ever going to get through these kind of things? And yet it's like picking our head up out of the mud. Not only can we see, but we can actually breathe and the freedom that's there. So not a Christian, I am fairly certain, but I definitely can appreciate the idea of when those things lose their hold on us, how we wonder why they ever had a hold on us to begin with anyways. Like, why did we ever subject ourselves to those things when there's freedom that can be found in Jesus? So yeah, that was it. Oddball's Odyssey. Will I pick up the next one? I don't know, but it was interesting enough. And yeah, it was, I enjoyed the read. I had to get through, like, the second that he gives up alcohol, like, language fades off and it's then just a normal fun story. But there's a lot in those first couple of pages. And I was like, I'm not going to get to finish this thing. It's going to be tough for me. But yeah, that was mine.
All right.
Any honorable mentions? Anything else you want to share?
Daredevil #2 wasn't bad.
No, it's in my pool. I haven't gotten it yet. It must have come out this week. I went last week. All right. Well, we have a bracket we're going to do. You don't want to do it, man? Are you nervous?
I'm not nervous. I know how it's going to end.
You know how it's all right. Wonderful.
Hold
So
on,
I'm
hold
gonna
on, hold on, hold on. Let me make this official.
you're gonna write it down? You're gonna
Yeah,
write it down? All right.
hold on. With a Snorlax pen, like the pins my daughter makes. Look, little cute Snorlax pen.
Oh, nice. I want to look at this list again, see if I can who are these?
I know where this is gonna end, and it's just like I am dogmatic, and y'all can trust me on this. This is I don't see this ending any other way.
Okay.
So I'm writing it down. And watch. Let me see. Is my microphone in the camera shot? There we go. Okay. I'm going to fold it up. If you look right here on the bottom of the screen, I'm going to sit it right there and not touch it till this is over.
Okay. I'm gonna give my guess. It's probably wrong because you're smarter than I am, but I'm gonna give it a guess anyways. But now are we going to sway our bracket? Are we gonna do that?
If we're looking at, I'm not swaying anything because I looked at like the when I made that list of all the shows, I was like,
Okay. All right.
so it's right there.
Okay.
And I will give a full unbiased discussion. Let's roll.
Okay. Let me hit start
Okay, I
over.
blew it off with a huff. Hold on, let me put it back.
So, here is our brackets. And I have put them all in the order you gave me, and I hit randomize 13 times because that's a good lucky number. And so we are going to go through these. If we cannot decide, if we are at a standstill, we're going to flip a coin. I'm looking for something, anything. All right, this will work. Making a coin with an H on one side and a C on the other. Okay, so I've got this. If you think I'm cheating, I probably am. All right, so let's start at the top. Again, we get first round. We'll give a little bit of discussion. After that, we'll start to trim it all off. So, Peacemaker and Gotham. I have seen both. I did not finish Gotham, but I watched like the first 3 seasons of Gotham. Did not finish it. What are your opening thoughts, Peacemaker and Gotham?
I feel like Gotham tried, and I appreciated some subtle things in Gotham. I liked the take they had on Catwoman. I thought the Joker Jerome storyline was a bit odd, but it
Yes,
wasn't
yes.
bad. Um, this is just a personal, not affecting the bracket discussion. Uh, it ruined Morena Baccarin's marriage.
Mm,
Um, and so that's always my first thought. Because she left her husband for Jim Gordon. Um, so that sucked.
mm.
Um, so
I think I'm with you. I think they tried. I found myself drawn back to Peacemaker to finish Peacemaker because I enjoyed that storytelling better. It felt more dynamic. It felt, but again, if Peacemaker made it to season 6, I don't know that I would. You know what I mean? But right now, looking at these two, if they were both playing on TV at the same time,
I would
I
watch
would probably
Peacemaker.
turn Peacemaker.
Yeah.
So all right, Peacemaker wins that one. Next, Smallville and Titans. I watched both of these shows to completion. Um, I I love Smallville. I really love Smallville. Even though it came off the rails at season 47, like I mean, it did. But I really enjoyed Small. I enjoyed Titans too. Don't get me wrong. I enjoyed both of them.
Titans
Um,
didn't end well.
it did not end well. It had some really good seasons, and then it did not end well.
Listen, it gave us Alan Richson.
Yes, that well, Alan Richardson was also in Smallville.
He was, but do you care about that though?
I mean, no, but he
Listen,
was.
the Hawk and Dove storyline in
Oh,
Titans
so good, so
was
good,
some of DC's best storytelling.
so good. Trigon, I could
Was
care less about, but that right there,
Yeah,
yes.
that Hawk and Dove storyline was literal gold. Um, and Alan Richardson was fantastic in it. I was rooting for him as Reacher and all the things he's done since then because of how well he did
Yeah.
Hawk. And I told him this to his face. I said, "Dude, you gave the best performance in anything DC I've seen outside
Mm.
of Heath Ledger's Joker."
Wow. Yeah.
Um, and I do feel like
And then he gave you a
Kurt
hug. They give you
He
a
did
big
give me a
old-
hug. He's
Yeah.
giant. Like I'll send Matt the photo, but like he's like literally his arm just rests on my shoulders and head. He's a
Oh,
giant.
that's so good.
He makes Henry Cavill look short. Come on.
That's so funny. But can he grow facial hair at will? Can
Yes,
he?
he can. And
Have you
he
seen that
hosts his own.
video?
Huh?
Seen the video with Henry Cavill growing facial hair? Like,
No, no.
dude, it's crazy. Look it up. He flexes and like his facial hair gets darker, and they're like, "What the heck just happened?" Like, and then it just it's something.
But
Anyways,
Alan Richardson also hosts Bible study videos on YouTube.
this is true. This is true.
That being said, it is the first live action representation of Red Hood.
Yep.
I think it's in camera shot. You can see the bottom of a Red Hood helmet and the top section of the camera shot, which probably isn't in the frame on the podcast. But that is signed by Curran Walters, who is the live action Red Hood person. All that being said, I feel like Smallville has a better impact on our culture.
I agree. I
love Titans, except for the end.
Yeah.
But I feel like Smallville just has too much of a cultural impact.
So I went. Funny enough, I went to a Comic-Con with my old pastor, and there was a Smallville panel, and he's like, "Let's go." We're watching this, and he's never seen a single episode of Smallville, so he's asking me all these questions. And there's one person on the panel. He goes, "Who is that?" I go, "I have no idea who that was." And it was some really small character. I don't even remember what it was, but she just happened to be in the area, so she came to it. But the panel was so good that he went home and watched the whole show, and he's like, "Yeah, this is good stuff." All right, Daredevil and Sandman. Sandman, I enjoyed Sandman. I just love Daredevil and Daredevil Born Again into one.
I appreciate Sandman, and I think they did as well as you could possibly do with Sandman, but Daredevil just is better.
Agreed.
Like culturally, I mean, listen, I will listen to Vincent D'Onofrio's Kingpin read the phone book. That performance is so good. Like I'm not kidding. Like I want him to narrate my traffic. You've embarrassed me in front of the traffic light. Like I want that. Yes. I want Vincent D'Onofrio to read everything as Kingpin, hands down.
Love it. Yes, agreed. No discussion. WandaVision and Flash. I did not finish Flash. I did finish WandaVision. I did not finish Flash. I think I got to like the last season. But the crossovers were like 9 shows, and it was hard for me to keep track of all of them. It got really hard to stay in. For me, it's WandaVision. So that's like it was an excellent show, single season. I enjoyed it more. What are your thoughts?
I feel like Grant Gustin deserves a special award for being a good Flash.
Agreed. Would love to see him in the DCEU. Would love to see him as Flash. I think he did a fantastic job.
But I think WandaVision's a better show than
Agreed.
Flash.
I enjoyed Team Flash in general. Like I enjoyed those characters. Like I really did. I did enjoy it, but WandaVision was a better show. Like it was what we wanted from Marvel Television. Like it was a well-told story, nice and tight, so good. Not all have been that way, but that one definitely was. All right, so on the next one, which Swamp Thing did you have in mind? The one that you were an extra on, or the original?
Era. Now we can go with either. We can lump them both.
So listen, I'm bummed that Swamp Thing did not get a second season. Bummed.
It didn't even finish its first season.
It did not. It did not.
Do you know why it didn't?
Was it writer strike?
No.
What was the deal with that one? What was it?
It was bad accounting.
It's because you were on it. That's what it was.
Yeah, it was because I ruined everything.
Yeah.
Someone filed the paperwork wrong on a grant that they got or a bonus that they got to film in North Carolina, and they put the decimal in the wrong place, and instead of getting $49 million, they got $4 million. And so they literally, by the episode 10, the actors were doing their own makeup. Jeez. And they were shutting down all the sets because they ran out of budget. That's its own thing.
Supergirl, I did not finish Supergirl. I think I got 2 or 3 seasons in. When they started adding Steel and those other, I was like, and Monel, I'm like, okay, that one lost me. Melissa Benoit, whatever. I enjoyed her as Supergirl. I did, but if these two shows are on, or if they said we're going to give you another season of one of these,
Isn't
I
it a
know
bit scary for you because it got pretty rough?
you know what? Here's the deal. For me, if it gets scary, I turn subtitles on and I mute it, and then I can do it like a big boy. But that was what I had to do here for this one. But no, it really didn't. For me, I can tolerate I can tolerate some stuff. I really can. There's others
I'm
not so
honestly with
much.
Supergirl in this one.
You're Supergirl in this one,
Yeah,
man.
I
I'm
feel like it
Swamp
has a
Thing.
better impact. And
I
Swamp
mean,
Thing,
it may, but again, if they said, "Hey, we're doing another season of Supergirl," or they said we're doing another season of Swamp Thing, I'm
I
more
would rather
excited for.
watch Swamp Thing. Yeah,
I'd rather watch Swamp Thing. If my kids were like, "Hey, Dad, we want to watch a show with you. Can we watch Swamp Thing?" I mean, that would terrify them. But Swamp Thing or Supergirl, if I had to watch it again, and maybe it's just because it's one season, right? Maybe it's because it's one season. I'm like, I could do that again. That's my
I
thought
don't
there.
have a straight dog in this fight, so we can go either way.
All right. Yeah, I don't think it's gonna last much longer, but we'll go ahead
No.
and put that third. All right. So when I first saw your list, I saw Superman and Lois. I was thinking Lois and Clark
Oh no
for
no
in my
no.
head. So I did not watch Superman and Lois or Batman Brave and the Bold. So this is all you, bro. All you. I randomly it put those two together. I think I watched an episode of Batman Brave and the Bold, but I can't remember anything about
Batman
it.
Brave and the Bold was fun and it was creative and it shines, but it was also Dietrich, whatever his name is, from
Yes.
Drew Carey's Batman. He's
Yes.
great. Superman and Lois, I felt like did a really strong job of showing Superman well. Tyler, whatever his name is, Hockley,
Mm-hmm.
um, like is a good Superman. Um, and the Lois was pretty good. They recasted some people in some weird spots. Um, but honestly, overall, I think this is a much better show than Batman Brave and the Bold, especially for where the chips landed. Yeah, I don't
Yeah.
think Batman Brave and the Bold would make it out of this round no matter what.
Gotcha. All right. That works. Up next, I have not
Oh,
seen Harley
shut up.
Quinn, but I have seen The Boys. And so I again I've only seen one of these, so I'm gonna let you make this call, which it looks like you're gonna have a lot of fun doing. So
Oh,
and I went through and I corrected your capitalization, but I wasn't sure if Harley was supposed to be all caps, so
I
I
don't
just
know.
left it alone.
I was voice to texting probably. Um,
Did you go Harley?
yeah.
Sorry, yeah, Harley Quinn.
Harley Quinn is great, and it's one of those things that actually lasted from the DC universe network over. Like, because you got to remember Swamp Things, Titans,
Mm-hmm.
uh, and Harley Quinn and Doom Patrol all started at the same time. And Harley Quinn not only lasted, it got a spinoff,
Yeah,
Kite Man. Um, but I think hands
we didn't
down
put
the
Kite Man down. I'm sorry.
no, that wouldn't have I wouldn't have even voted for that under any circumstances. The Boys beats it hands down though.
Mm,
The last season of Harley's kind of felt like fallen off, but The Boys I think is going to last culturally impacting. Outside of violence and gore, it's going to stay culturally relevant.
I got you. I got you. The next two, I have seen both of them. I have seen the entire series of both of them, Luke Cage and Agents of Shield. So yes, for me, I'm leaning one way. Where are you leaning?
No, no, let's I want to hear your thoughts. Let's go.
So okay, so Luke Cage, for me, um, I really feel like the Netflix Marvel shows they just tapered off the further down they went. So Luke Cage is definitely better than Iron Fist and the Defenders, but I didn't feel like it was as good as Jessica Jones or Daredevil. I can't remember where Punisher falls, but I really enjoyed Punisher more than I enjoyed Luke Cage. So it wasn't a bad story. I enjoyed the story. I enjoyed the characters. It just did not. It didn't grab me like the other ones did. Agents of Shield first two seasons really good. When they began to start adding in like Marvel does the tie-ins to everything. And I remember there was one like I remember the episode I'm watching. I have no idea what's going on because I had not gone to see the movie that night that was like tied into. I'm like, why are you doing this? So like I did finish it. I did enjoy those. Agent Coulson. I love Agent Coulson. I love him. So like seeing him back and leading a team was fun. Um, if I was going to watch these again, I would probably watch just a couple seasons of Agents of Shield rather than trying to watch Luke Cage. So that's where I'm leaning. What are your thoughts?
I feel like Luke Cage did not end well.
No,
Um,
neither did Agents of Shield in my mind, but
no,
that could be
neither did Agents of Shield, but it took, they had a little bit more in between.
right.
I love hip hop, and there is a lot of hip hop influence in Luke Cage, but I really did feel like they kind of lost their way with season two. And
When he was the villain slash, I'm like, I don't know, I like all this. Like when he was the run of the club, I was like, I don't know, but yeah, but that's me.
um, I'm gonna go with Agents of Shield. Just, you know, I was excited. Moderate spoilers at this point in time. Like, are you up to date with Daredevil?
Like I said, I've got 2 episodes behind. Like I've got
I'm not
two
gonna say
left to go.
anything then.
Okay.
But yeah,
All righty. Maybe one. Maybe I got one. I don't know. So, all right. This next one will be a little more difficult for me because I really enjoyed both of these shows, Arrow and Doom Patrol. Enjoyed both of those. I think I finished Arrow. I can't remember if I finished Arrow because again, it got to like 10 seasons, so I don't remember if I finished Arrow. Doom Patrol, I did finish. And that one just ended a little sad for me. It was a sad ending for me on that one. Have you watched both of these?
I did, and I finished both.
Finished both.
Um, okay. Um, Doom Patrol meant more to me. Just because of the deep nerd cuts and everything. The actors were fantastic in it. It gave us Brendan Fraser back.
Yep.
Adding the one lady who is Missy in Doctor Who as a main character for the last couple seasons,
Yep.
was really fun. I missed Alan Tudyk being the villain. I wish he was the villain longer.
Yes.
Um,
Mr. Nobody.
yeah, but then they also added Crowley from Supernatural, and they gave us freaking, was it the who was the James Bond guy that was
Here's Timothy Dalton. Timothy Dalton.
Timothy Dalton. We
Yep.
had Timothy Dalton. There's just a lot of good stuff in there.
Yes.
Arrow.
For it being a spinoff of Titans, I thought it was a stronger show. I really enjoyed the characters and storyline there. I really did for it as being the spinoff.
It was less of a spinoff of Titans and more of like they just introduced us to it in Titans. Like it was coming no matter what.
Yeah.
But they felt like they used Beast Boy to try and get the normies involved.
Right.
For me, and this is, I personally think the not Timothy Oliphant, what's his name? That plays Arrow.
Stephen
Amell. Stephen Amell. I think he did a great job as Green Arrow. I enjoyed John Barrowman coming in mainly because of Doctor Who, so that's both Doctor Who bonuses for both shows. Also, Alex, the lady who played River Song is also on Arrow. Arrow suffered from losing characters pretty early on that were important because of CW deals and stuff like that. Here's my biggest beef is that Arrow season 1 was more Batman Begins than it was Arrow.
Okay.
It was like it felt like he was being Batman, not like he was being Oliver Queen.
Save the city.
Yeah, it's like there wasn't the Ollie and like there if you're a comic reader, you didn't feel like this was, the vibe.
Right. Yeah.
And even I feel like you could tell that Arrow is going off the rails by the end of it. Now, it was wonderful in the fact that it sparked a whole like uptick in DC television.
Right. Yep.
But it also wasn't the best DC television.
No.
For me, I enjoyed doing Patrol more.
Yep. I'm with you.
I feel like Arrow did a good job, but yeah, better.
Yeah.
Was Doom Patrol. Now, here's the thing: I can't recommend Doom Patrol to my kids.
No,
because it is buck wild.
Or let's see, or Peacemaker, or The Boys. Yeah,
superhero shows aren't just children's shows, though.
So. No, they're not. This next one for me is an easy one. Umbrella Academy or Defenders. Finished
Umbrella
both
Academy.
of them. It's Umbrella Academy. Yeah. Yeah.
No
Great.
discussion.
Great show. So, again, another sad ending. Another really sad ending there, but
A better show than it is a comic.
good to know. I've never read the comics.
The comic is a fever dream of NyQuil and cheese,
Okay.
and makes no sense. And the show is much better than the comic.
The next one, pairing for me, it's
shut
another
up.
easy. It's another easy one for me. They're both great shows, but I know which one I would pick. Like which one I would want to watch again. You look like you're more.
Let's
conflicted.
hear your discussion there.
So my discussion. So love Jessica Jones. Really enjoyed the show. Enjoyed the character. My Adventure with Superman. If they said another season of Jessica Jones coming out, I wouldn't be as excited as I am that there's another season of My Adventure with Superman. Love that cartoon. Love watching with my kids. Good positive memories as a family watching that. So for me, that's why it wins for me because I could go and turn it on right now and enjoy another episode with everybody. Those are my thoughts.
I enjoyed Jessica Jones primarily with Kilgrave. So
Yes, because
David Tennant is.
Yeah, I mean,
and I enjoyed Luke Cage more in Jessica Jones than I enjoyed him in Luke Cage.
yes. Again, like I said, Daredevil, Jessica Jones, Punisher in there somewhere, then Luke Cage, Iron Fist, and Defenders. Yeah.
Having Jessica Jones back in there, have you got to Jessica Jones and Daredevil?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Her being back is a good touch. I enjoy her as a character. I just really love My Adventures with Superman.
Yeah. Same.
And so, yeah, that wins that.
Alrighty. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pairings left here. All right. So I have not seen the Penguin. Not seen the Penguin. It's on my list. I have not seen it. Not watched it. I have watched all of Loki though. Love Loki. Second season and is it the Life Tree? Is that what he creates there at the end?
Loki
there?
season 2 is maybe some of Marvel's best TV.
So good. So good. And who's the guy? Slick Shoes, Short Round. Oh, what's his name? Kevin Heong. Was that his name?
Ki Huang. Yeah.
Ki Huang. Yeah. Listen. Loved him. I mean, yeah. I did. Luke Wilson. Wow. All of it. I really enjoyed Loki. So, but I haven't seen the Penguin. So if you've seen both, like, educate me.
Okay. I will say this. If this was to go down to a tiebreaker more than my opinion, the amount of awards won for acting for the Penguin is more than the amount of awards won for Marvel in anything.
Okay.
Like, I'm talking film and TV. There are more awards won for performances in Penguin than all of Marvel put together. The acting between Sophia Falcone and the Penguin is top notch. I think the Penguin is one of the best, not just superhero world stories, but one of the best things I've ever watched. Hands down.
Okay.
I personally love Loki season 2. I think Loki season 2, especially spiritually, is one of the best things that you can muster. But I would go down swinging much with no second thoughts that the Penguin's better.
Love it. Done. All right. Next one, Invincible and Spider-Man the Animated Series. I have not seen the newest season of Invincible. I have seen all of Spider-Man the Animated Series. Again, which one do I think it tells a better, more engaging story? Invincible. Like, I love Spider-Man.
Outside of the theme song, there's nothing to fight about here.
Spider-Man. Little preview. I wonder what's going to be on my list for our episode of Rushmore. Spider-Man Animated Series is going on my list.
Invincible. Yeah, let's do it.
Yep. All right. X-Men and Justice League Unlimited. Two excellent cartoons.
Ooh.
Love them both. X-Men, both. X-Men though, and just because of the theme song. No,
no, literally, no. I love those cartoon pairings.
Yes.
But that tracks.
X-Men. Yep. Moon Knight and Batman the Animated Series. Watched them both. Loved them both. It's Batman the Animated Series for me.
Batman the Animated Series. Oscar Isaacs did a great job.
Excellent. Wish we had another season, but it's okay. Again, the Incredible Hulk. Which Incredible Hulk show are you talking about here?
Oh, I think I was talking about She-Hulk.
So I didn't see She-Hulk, and I saw this. I'm going, I wonder if he meant She-Hulk, whatever. I was thinking the one I used to watch as a kid when I was homesick.
Oh
That
no,
was
I
the
think it
one
was like with or Lou Ferrigno.
yes, that I mean, listen, love that one. I've not seen all of those episodes because trying to find those is one thing. Young Justice, same thing. I think I watched the first couple seasons of that, but I have not seen all of it. I love Lou Ferrigno Hulk. I love Lou Ferrigno Hulk, but I'm okay with if there's other thoughts there. It's not going to make it to the next round. Neither of those is making it to the next round.
No.
So I mean,
I don't know. Young Justice could be a strong contender, but not against Batman the Animated Series.
that's what I'm saying. I see what it's going up against, and this is
I'm gonna to have this on record with my name attached to it. I'm gonna go Young Justice.
that's totally fine because it's not going to win the next round. All right, to the top. We're going to do these a little quicker. Peacemaker or Smallville?
Smallville.
Yep. Daredevil or WandaVision? I'm going to pick Daredevil.
Yeah. D'Onofrio, man.
Swamp Thing or Superman and Lois? In your, I would guess Superman and Lois. I've not seen Superman and Lois, but listening to you talk.
Yeah, Superman and Lois. It's got more meat on the bone.
Boys and Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. I'm going to pick the boys. Doom Patrol and Umbrella Academy. That's a tougher one for me.
They're literally written by the same person.
Came out yes. That's
Gerard
more
Way
difficult.
Wrote both books at some point. I feel like culturally more people clicked with Doom Patrol with Umbrella Academy because it was Netflix and because they had more access to it. And
I agree.
Klaus.
I agree.
But I like Doom Patrol more, but I
do.
get why it's
yeah
received.
Yes. Yeah. I think some of the powers that we have in Umbrella Academy played out on screen were very interesting to watch. I enjoyed those.
Yeah.
My Avengers, Superman, and the Penguin. I'm going to guess you're going to go the Penguin, and I don't have a leg to stand on there.
Nope.
Invincible and X-Men. I'm just going to go ahead and move Batman the Animated Series on. I'm going to go ahead and move that one on. But Invincible and X-Men.
And we're including X-Men 97 in this, right?
Yes. Yes.
I still feel like Invincible.
I agree. It's really hard for me, especially with Gambit. Remember my name. Remember it. It's really tough, but I'm gonna have to go Invincible as well. I think the story it tells, even though X-Men they took some good shots, but I'm also with.
But it was also a '90s kids cartoon and carried less.
Yes. All right, back to the top. Smallville and Daredevil. I'm going Daredevil. Ooh. Please step. Okay, there it is. Daredevil, Superman, Lois, and the Boys. The Boys. Umbrella Academy and the Penguin. Invincible and Batman the Animated Series.
Batman the Animated Series. That's just me. If you need to fight about it.
No. Like when I was I put Invincible down. That was my guess, but no, Batman series beats it. All right. Daredevil and the Boys.
Don't embarrass me in front of Jessica or Vanessa.
Okay, so let's just look at primary protagonists. Who's got the edge?
Daredevil.
Primary villain. Who's got the edge?
Ooh. D'Onofrio versus Homelander. Like, not in a fight, but like as characters. Man. Homelander is a strong contender for best villain.
Agreed. Super wicked. Totally get it. But thinking of Homelander and some of the things he's done versus the first episode of Daredevil and Kingpin slamming the dude's head at the door over and over and over again.
Listen, I know I don't want to spoil the finale for you, but let me tell you, and I'm going to look at you dead in the eyeballs with this one. You've not seen his worst.
All right. If I didn't have to be it for sound check tomorrow morning, I might watch it tonight, but I'll have to watch
listen,
it.
I need you to hear me. He goes, you see full villain mode with zero restraint on. Here's what I'm gonna tell you this. I know the powers difference, but I find D'Onofrio scarier than I find Homelander.
Come on, man. It's Daredevil.
It's Daredevil.
It's Daredevil. All right. Penguin and Batman the Animated Series.
Batman the Animated Series.
Daredevil and Batman the Animated Series. So Batman the Animated Series, I remember watching this all the time as a kid coming home from school, right? Like so much of my Batman knowledge. I didn't read comics growing up, but I watched this show so much. And knowing the villains based on this so much opened the door for so many places, so many shows. Kevin Conroy's Batman, I mean, iconic.
The voice, like
definitely
created Harley Quinn.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. But when we talk about live action shows in Daredevil, I feel like that has also opened up so many doors. And Charlie Cox as Daredevil, I can't see him as anything else. Like watching Stardust again after that came out and going, this just doesn't feel right.
Watch the first episode of Downton Abbey where he's a douche waffle British guy.
So like, this is it's a difficult decision here, but here it's not for me. For me, I love Daredevil. I love the show. And so that one has my vote here.
For all the same reasons you said for Batman the Animated Series, that's where I land. Because it was that foundational thing of this is what's coming on after school. I remember rushing to get off the bus to hear the theme song to Pow and to Bam at the same time. The fact that as we watched animated movie of Superman and all these things and Batman and all these stuff go on for years, the fact that if it wasn't Kevin Conroy's voice, it felt wrong.
Yeah.
The fact that and we haven't even mentioned this. Mark Hamill is the Joker.
Yes.
Like when you just did that, like I would put Mark Hamill's Joker against Vincent D'Onofrio's Kingpin any day of the week.
True.
For impact alone. So listen, you're not just because Charlie Cox Daredevil, chef's kiss. D'Onofrio Kingpin, chef's kiss. Hamill and Conroy can't beat it. But then you add Arlene Sorkin and then Tara Strong for Harley Quinn. You get that. We got some of the most classic storylines for Batman stories that actually lended kids to actually, because that was, X-Men and Batman in the Animated Series were what got a lot of us into comics.
Yep.
And now the last season got like a weird reboot when they changed the artwork, and that was its own funky thing. But like, this was the deal. And I'll throw this just on the kid level. And if we need to go down to a coin toss for this, we can do that. Or if you want to give it a tie or whatever. But I had a policy in my household that whenever my kids turned 3, we watched all of Batman the Animated Series together. And so when my now 18-year-old turned 3, we watched it. When my now 16-year-old turned 3, we watched it. When my now 12-year-old turned 3, we watched it, but we all watched it together.
Yeah.
And it was one of those things of like, that was my introduction, that I knew I could show my kids this, and it was going to affect them culturally and superhero wise, so that when they watch stuff for the rest of their lives, they'd say, that's this voice. That when they watched Avatar: The Last Airbender, they recognized Fire Lord Ozai as the Joker. And that it was Luke Skywalker.
Yes.
And that anytime we're playing Injustice or something, that they would have that moment of like, or Arkham, the Arkham games, like, that's my Batman. Now, realistically, as much as I love how hardcore and good the Daredevil stuff is, we also had Daredevil get canceled.
True.
And if it wasn't for COVID and the writer strikes and everything else, we may not be having the resurgence in that we're having now. Um,
Listen, I am. No. I can sleep easy tonight with Daredevil taking silver.
okay, here's what we could cut it off here and give Daredevil the best live action
Uh,
and
it wins. Yes, definitely.
and then give Batman the Animated Series the best animated.
Nope, can't do it. I can't do it. You sold me. You sold me. I agree. I agree. Batman the Animated Series. I hear you. I hear you. Stacking, chips up. Again, I'm totally fine with Daredevil being number 2. Daredevil getting silver. I'm in. So there is our bracket. There it is. I'll zoom out a little bit so maybe
It's
Matt
because
can
we killed
get.
Foggy.
Listen, broke my heart. Has some tiny writing, but there it is if you want to zoom in. All right, so let me see it. What's on top of your mic? Yeah, you did it. You did it. You're so smart. Smart and handsome. Total package. Wow. Well, that's like our giant size issue. That's our annual. This is our annual episode. That's what we got all the stuff in there. So if you look at the time, you're like, golly, did it have to be that long? No, but we did it anyways.
All right, we did it, guys.
We did it. We
So
did
if
it.
you want to argue your points on any point of that bracket,
Please do. Listen. Todd called me and he's like, I do not like how these brackets have gone down. I don't like the draft. I disagree with the results. So do it. Put it in the comments right there.
But here's the deal. If you're commenting on this, your price of admission is to like, share, subscribe, 5
Yes.
stars, all the things. Because if you're going to put your chips in the game,
Yes.
help some brothers out.
Definitely.
All right, guys. Well, thank you for taking the time to listen to these polls, to hear us debate these things. And, a lot of it's just agreement, just in different directions. By the way, you should really watch The Penguin. There will be some language. But you watched the Batman, right? Like the Matt Reeves Batman?
Yes. Yep.
This literally picks up like the day after the Batman. And I'm telling you, you aren't ready for how good Sophia Falcone is.
Okay. I'm in.
Yeah, Christine Milioti, I think is her name. Chef's kiss, she nailed it. But yeah. So, all that being said, thank you for joining us, listening to this podcast. Remember, we're part of the Love Thy Nerd podcast network. You can catch us on the Glue Network, GLU, God Loves You Network on Roku channels. You can find us on our YouTube with Love Thy Nerd and the Pull List podcast. But thank you for joining with us. Remember to check us out and like, rate, subscribe, and all those things. And remember, kids,
Read more comics.
Jazz hands.
I'm gonna take all 7 continents as a game of risk.